last episode, we left Ushuaia and flew to El Calafate. I broke my toe during our hike to Mount Fitzroy, and we found a cozy little restaurant which to this day remains one of our favorite meals.
Oh, it's a chilly morning in El Calafate today. Whew. But today, pretty much a road trip day. We got about 6 hours into Torres del Paine National Park in Chile, so we're also crossing the border. It's gonna be a long day. But it should be a nice, well, at least the second half of the drive should be pretty good. The first half is just gonna be pretty much the Argentina desert, so.
This week, as Eric mentioned, we're driving into Chile, where we're planning on staying a couple of days in the Torres del Paine National Park before heading to Puerto Natales.
It's been, let me tell you what doesn't work very well out here is Google Maps, Apple Maps, any kind of mapping application. So we've literally been going through some kind of Xerox copy of a map that the rental car person gave us. So yeah, keep that in mind. It's you don't have any coverage out here. Kind of winging it. But I think we're getting close. So.
And while the drive was kind of barren, it was so beautiful. And we did see a lot of guanacos, and also some small ostrich-like birds called rayas, and even some wild flamingos. What we saw most of, though, were gravel roads with potholes as big as our car.
We made it to Chile, immigration. Chile. Did I mention it's windy? Oh my God. All right, we gotta go try to clear it into the country.
That was real.
That was real. So the Chile side, that was a solid hour and a half or so.
We had to wait for a whole bus.
And a bus got to cut in front of us. What's up with that?
A tour of us of like 100 people.
Oh man. All right.
It's crazy.
All right, they're letting us through.
Only about an hour or so from the border, the Pampa Lodge is situated on the Serrano River, and it's a great place to explore the Torres del Paine National Park. And this is my new friend Shoofly, the cow. Also, since we were traveling during the shoulder season, we would pretty much have the lodge all to ourselves. The lodge was comfortable, and the deck provided a perfect place to drink a glass of wine and enjoy the view of the mountains off in the distance. Good morning. We are here inside of the national park. We are surrounded by these beautiful mountains and this amazing glacial lake. Birds are singing.
The weather is like perfect.
It's so good. It's so good. This is hands down got to be the most remote place we have ever been. And you don't even realize until you get here how remote it is, because you're like, oh, Patagonia, there's plenty of people that visit there all the time. There are no gas stations, there are no banks, there are no stores, like grocery stores, anything like that. Like most people are bussed in here. We opted to rent a car, and bought gas from someone's personal stash.
Yeah. The neighbor.
You know, like it's like that kind of remote. And the benefit is that it is strikingly beautiful out here.
It's pretty, and it's unspoiled. Yeah, and it's not commercialized like at all. I mean, all the roads are dirt roads and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it's kind of magical. There are a few places to eat inside the park, like the Pehoe barbecue restaurant on the shores of Lake Pehoe. It was cozy and quaint, comforting, but most of all, these views were just astonishing. Torres del Paine is known to have some of the best hikes in the world, but since I was still recovering from our Fitzroy hike, unfortunately, we would be enjoying the scenery from the lodge and the car during our short time here. But oh man, it did not disappoint. After a short day of exploring the park, we head back to the lodge where a classic Patagonian barbecue will be served for dinner. So here at the lodge, they have this great little restaurant, and it's a traditional parrilla, which is like just grills that go up like this, and they put the meat, and it's got a big old fire in the middle. We have slowly worked our way through the menu. Mostly, we love the sopapitas. They have these little fried breads that are so good, and it comes with like a pico de gallo that has a different name with aji in it. There's a little cow that wanders outside. We have the best view. And everyone here is so sweet, taking really good care of us. Lamb is the main focus of the menu, since they are better suited to survive the harsh winters and agricultural conditions. Everything was excellent, and everyone was so nice. Many of the people working at the lodge also live there during the season, and at the end of the day, they all gather together just like a huge family to enjoy dinner. It was so nice to see what a tight-knit community exists here.
Not doing any trekking here in Torres del Paine, but there are a ton of little areas you can just stop, pull over, and then there's just these little trails and everything. So you can then just kind of just walk around a little bit. It's pretty cool. Nice, easy way to see the park.
For a truly spectacular dining experience, nothing tops the restaurant at the Explora Hotel. Located in an ideal part of Torres del Paine, the hotel is perfectly situated next to the Salto Chico waterfall. It also happens to offer perhaps the best fine dining option anywhere in the park, and, lucky for us, lunch is open to those not just staying at the hotel. We will travel many miles. Will we ever see home again? Waves they tower, screams get louder. All I need. After lunch, we explore the Salto Grande waterfall with its dramatic mountain backdrop before our final night stay in the lodge. So that's it for Tierra del... Whoa. Alright, so that is it for Torres del Paine and for the Pampa Lodge. We had a great time here. Kind of sad to leave. They have so many little animals wandering around here that I want to be friends with. And, anyways, it is time to move on. We are headed to Puerto Natales.
Yes.
And
nice little drive, only like an hour and a half drive in there, and we're going to this hotel that you have been dreaming about for a while now.
yes, and I think it's going to be just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so, all right, let's hit the road.
Join us next time as we continue our road trip to the coastal town of Puerto Natales, where we check into the fabulous Singular Hotel, learn to make local empanadas, and Eric checks off a bucket list item when he catches some big trout in the little river.